healthy and productive nights. Obviously, with the back-to-back, you wouldn't expect to see him in the game against Madison at Madison Square Garden tomorrow. And as a matter of fact, he gets the benefit of PJ post up on plays, and a lot of the time he goes and looks to score, Devin. But in that case, obviously finds the cutter, and nicely done. Three-pointer. Quick foul on Dallas, one on PJ. Ball goes out of bounds off the Mavs with 8 under the basket. And with authority, Kai Jones with a finish. Well, there are 3 excellent finishers out there around the rim right now between PJ, Kai Jones, and Anthony Davis for Dallas. Development coach and an assistant and head coach in the G League at the Canton Charge. And an assistant. You were there when he was an assistant with the Denver Nuggets. Yep. And also the Sacramento Kings. And now he'll let her rip from deep. In his only game with Dallas against the Rockets, AD went 2 for 2 from downtown in that contest. Career 30%. Max Christie and Najee Marshall are in the game. Dribble handoff to Cam Johnson from Claxton. Filling a vacated area in the corner, Zaire Williams. Found Najee, who put it down, and Marshall going into the paint where he is so frequently successful.
Floater game is at a high level. Usually likes to operate.
Cam Johnson with the ball up top. Day'Ron Sharpe's gone in for Brooklyn. At center, Dwight Powell is in now for Dallas. Devin, the Mavericks had assists on their first 9 baskets tonight. They've made 10, and here's an offensive foul. Anthony Davis back into the game, and AD picks up his first foul. It's the 3rd team foul on the Mavs here in the first quarter with 2:59 left. 14 at Kansas, where he was a first-team All-American as a senior.
National champion, too, if I'm not mistaken.
You are not mistaken, my friends. Point on it with the 3-ball from the left wing.
Even more impressive right at the 38-second mark. You know what that is. That's a great time for a 2-for-1 situation.
That it is. His scoring to open his account for the night.
Just a lack of urgency there in transition by Brooklyn, allowing Clay just to get a rhythm 3 off. You can't give that man too many.
That we've had to embrace. His care factor is very high, and I was not surprised that he was able to show the stick-to-itiveness to be willing to take those shots when a collegiate player. Hardy got around Cam Johnson, gliding inside and finishing. Nice bounce for Jaden Hardy. And so after guys here who are having a lovely time here in New York City.
Continue to set guys up.
A donut on the line there for Claxton. AD goes out of the game. Here's a 3-point try. Dinwiddie hits the deck. Thought he got touched in the cylinder. Offensive basket interference is the call against Day'Ron Sharpe. Left-handed putback dunk was Claxton, but never cleanly attained possession of it. A catch and quick thrust, and the scoop by Dinwiddie rolls off. Timeout's called by the Mavs with 1:56 remaining in the second quarter. Mavs lead 55-42 here at Barclays Center on Mavs TV. PJ's missed time here in the second half of the season. A couple of different spurts of the season due to an ankle sprain. He's not going to have any sympathy for that. They've lost more man games than any team in the NBA due to injury this year. Here's one of those 3-pointers Leslie was talking about. It's a miss for Cam Johnson, and Dallas comes away with it. They've turned that 1 for 14 around. They've turned that Brown upside down at the 3-point line tonight, that's for sure. Clay's going to let her rip from 3.
Brown not let him get up.
And Claxton just 1 of 3 tonight, 52% this year on threes, 54% for his career, but that foul was not. Marshall finger rolls it home. Jones started the break. Marshall finished it. And now here's another turnover for Dallas to run.
What a luxury that they could actually, do their whole warm-up pregame now.
Here's a drive inside and a finish for Noah Clowney. And for the season, bottom 10 team in turnovers, 29th in scoring, 29th in field goal percentage. Ball's hopping. And nice move. Got down in deep, but unable to finish it off. This is a developing 3-on-1. Williams trying to come back to provide a second defender, but he's not able to catch Keon Johnson. 10 for Davis. Jalen Wilson misses, and Dwight Powell aggressively yanks down his 4th rebound of the game. Here's a burst to the basket. The manpower loss, the way they've tried to mitigate what they lost in terms of caliber of players, most notably, of course, Kyrie Irving and Anthony. He came in late in the 3rd. He's in to start the 4th. Here is Maxwell Lewis, and he puts up a really tough attempt and a fortuitous bounce. Big screen, Thompson. Little step back by Hardy. Well done. Soft touch. And Jaden Hardy with his 2nd hoop for the game. Brooklyn's had a little pick-me-up here in the 4th quarter. Some 3-point shooting. And a high percentage shot there on the drive to the basket and throw down by Cam Johnson. It's not done and dusted yet, Devin.
It's not. This could.
He had 17 points and 12 assists last Wednesday when Dallas played at Gainbridge Fieldhouse against the Pacers.
I think Spencer's doing a good job on a game-to-game basis. Really go in when you're fading. See it touch the sky and drop for 2.
My basketball pearl of wisdom I got from Mike was 4:08 left, reach in, Trendon Watford. Cam Johnson connected on a 3. 2:42 to go to the free throw line, Max Christie. Selection. Anthony Davis is back, and as a result, the Mavericks win this game by 19 points.
And they've got off to a phenomenal start.